Hello there. This is MD. Here with you on SaskiYano. Here we go again. We are in a new After Effects tutorial. In this tutorial, you're going to learn about spatial interpolation. I'm gonna pick up right where we left off in the last tutorial. And I'm going to take my top layer here, the one where we were experimenting with the easing of the keyframes. And I'm just gonna get rid of it. And I'm gonna take this text layer here. I'm going to click on position to select all of the position keyframes. And I'm going to position it just about in the center, vertically. If you select your layer here, you can see there are a collection of dots between these 2 points. If you put the CTI right in the middle of the animation, you can see this represents the starting keyframe and this here represents the ending keyframe. In each one of these dots represents a frame that the layer is going to be on at any point in time during this animation. Right now, these dots go in a straight line. And so when you're talking about the space or the path that it's taking, it's going in a straight line. And so this is called linear spatial interpolation. Right from point A to point B, it takes a straight line. So in terms of the space that the object is covering, it's linear. But what if you didn't want this? What if you wanted the D to start here and stop here? But maybe you didn't want to go in a line. Maybe you wanted to go in an arc up here. Would that mean somewhere in the middle, we just add another keyframe? Well, no. Because look, now what we have is we have a starting keyframe, that we have a middle keyframe, but between those, we have another line. So we can go again in the middle and kind of make this into an arc. But that is kind of annoying. Plus that would make it a little bit trickier to ease this animation if you wanted to. So let me show you another way. I'm just going to delete these middle keyframes here. So if you have your keyframes selected here and you right click on them, you can go up in the little pop-up menu and choose keyframe interpolation. And there'll be a little dialog box that comes up here. And you have some options. So you can see temporal interpolation, which affects how property changes over time in the timeline. That's set to linear. But you can choose some different options here. Spatial interpolation affects the shape of the path, which is the motion path in this case, because our object is moving. And if you click the drop down here, we have some options. We can set it to linear, which is set to currently, or we can set it to Bezier, continuous Bezier, or auto Bezier. What's like Bezier? And then click OK. What we get now is we get a set of handles on our first keyframe and on the second keyframe here. So let's click on the first keyframe and you can click and you can drag this handle and you can make a curve. So now you can have your object not take a straight line between 2 points. You can have it take a curve. And with these handles, you can get really specific on where you want this D to go. Let's just play this and see what's happening. Well, check that out. You could even set these in different directions and make kind of an S shape, if you will. Can drag this way out here. Sometimes it can be helpful to make the comp smaller, so you can drag these handles out. Alright. Let's see we have here. It's still only 2 keyframes, but with these handles here and with the spatial interpolation set to Bezier, now I have a lot more options. Now there's a couple different ways that you can enable this. You can right click on the keyframes like we did before. and got a keyframe interpolation. And set it to Bezier. OK. You can also, with the selection tool selected, if you hover over one of these keyframes, you can use keyboard modifiers, Ctrl and Alt, and when you do that, you see you get this little V tool which you may have seen before in the pen tool options over here, and that is a convert vertex tool. And what that does is it will change this vertex here from right now it's on Bezier, but if I click this with Ctrl and Alt held on my keyboard, it will convert this point back to a linear point. So now, this one is linear, and this one still has the Bezier handle. But if I wanted to convert that one back to Bezier, no problem. With the selection tool, I can use Ctrl and Alt on the keyboard, or you can grab the pen tool and choose the convert vertex tool, and you can click it, and it will become linear. Once again, to go further, you could maybe set one more keyframe here, in the middle maybe, just pulling it up like this, and then we can convert this to a Bezier handled with the selection tool, using Ctrl and Alt, and that will give us this nice Bezier handle, which this is a continuous Bezier, meaning that the handles move in tandem, and you could make something like this, maybe make some kind of loop here. It doesn't look spectacular, but you get the idea. If you hold Ctrl and Alt again, you can grab one side of these handles, and this is called a Bezier, where each side of this point has its own independently controllable handle, and they're not linked together. With not doing a continuous curve, you're kind of breaking it here. And now you can do something even more intricate. You can see it comes up here. We have a really sharp movement, so you have a lot of options when you're animating. Sometimes you just want to go in a straight line, but other times you want things to go along a curve, and doing that is a lot simpler than you would think. And you can do it with only a few keyframes. Just like that. At the top of this, you can also smooth out the temporal interpolation. So I can select my keyframes here. I can hit F9, which if you remember, is easy ease, which will do a very slight ease out of the first keyframe, an easing of the second one, where you can hop into the graph editor here and make it even smoother. And that's just with 2 keyframes. Now do you understand the basics of spatial interpolation? You're ready to move on to the next tutorial, where you're gonna learn about masks. Finally, we are done for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave your comment down below in the comments section. Also, if you want to learn more, take a look at our first channel, Everything PS. See you next time. Bye.